Good evening and welcome to the Sultanate of Oman television news here at the Sultanate of Oman Center. Greetings of His Majesty the King of Thailand to His Majesty the Sultan are conveyed by His Excellency the Thai Deputy Prime Minister. His Excellency the UN Secretary General values efforts of His Majesty the Sultan in prevailing of peace and stability in the region and adopting dialogue as means of resolving disputes. Mathura Integrated Infrastructure Project and preservation of its historical and cultural identity top the Municipal Council meeting of the Governorate of Muscat. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, today received His Excellency Dr. Somkid Jetusripitak, Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand, who conveyed greetings of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej and the Government of Thailand to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, and their best wishes to His Majesty and the Government of continued success and for Omani people of further welfare and growth. His Highness welcomed the guest and his delegation and praised the increasing relations between the two countries and what it had witnessed of tangible improvement during previous years, which embodied keenness of both sides to work for the interest of peoples of both countries. His Excellency viewed the attention paid by Kingdom of Thailand to enhance relations with the Sultanate for achieving aspirations of people of both countries. They discussed means of developing and improving joint cooperation in commercial and economic exchange, as well as in joint investment, especially in that related to role of the businessman and the private sector in promoting for commercial opportunities available in both countries. They also viewed a number of issues of joint concern. His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand expressed his delight and that of his delegation of the visit, which provided an opportunity to acquaint closely with the successive development witnessed by the Sultanate, reiterating the importance of strengthening cooperation and widening its fields. From his part, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed informed His Excellency the Thai Deputy Prime Minister to convey greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to His Majesty the King of Thailand and his best wishes to His Majesty the Government and the Thai people of continued success. During the visit of His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand, His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, advisor to His Majesty the Sultan and Chairman of the Research Council, viewed with His Excellency Pichet Dur Onkaveroj, Minister of Science and Technology of Thailand, efforts exerted by both countries in scientific research fields and frames of benefit in various developmental aspects in line with the available advantages at each state, in addition to exchange of experience in this regard and discuss means of cooperation in these fields. They also spoke about industrial innovation program and nanotechnology research chair in the field of water desalination, Omani Aflaj, irrigation system, and Sultanate's efforts in ionization, artificial rain, alternative energies, and research support through different programs. From his part, the guest spoke about scientific research in Thailand, emphasized of role of the private sector in this regard and in development as well as in innovations. The Ministry of Health signed a Memorandum of Understanding on health fields between the Sultanate and the Kingdom of Thailand, centered on strengthening joint cooperation through exchange of health information, human resources development, primary health care, good health practices development, and systems related to medicine preparations. The agreement also included exchange of training courses, expertise, visits, and conduct scientific research. It was signed on the Omani side by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Saeedi, Minister of Health. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Foreign Ministry of Thailand signed a memorandum of understanding on political consultations. It was signed for the Omani side by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and for Thailand side by His Excellency Don Paramudwianai, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Prior to the signing, the two ministers viewed relations between the two countries, ways of strengthening them, exchange of opinions and points of view regarding a number of regional and international issues of mutual concern and the latest developments in the region. His Excellency Dr. Somkid Jatusripitak, Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand, and his delegation left the Sultanate after a two-day visit. He was seen upon departure by His Excellency Darwish bin Ismail al-Balushi, Minister responsible for Financial Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masood al-Sunaidi, Minister of Commerce and Industry, and His Excellency Dr. Salim bin Nasser al-Ismaili, Chairman of the Public Authority for Investment Promotion and Export Development. His Excellency, the Secretary General of the United Nations, valued the Sultanate's efforts in accomplishing peace and stability in the region and solving conflicts by peaceful means. That was discussed during the meeting of His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, at his office today with the UN Secretary General. They also reviewed cooperation aspects between the Sultanate and the United Nations and ways of boosting them. Reviewing matters of mutual concern and bilateral relations between the two countries topped discussions at the meeting of His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harb al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, with UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon within his current visit to the Sultanate. They further exchanged cordial talks. Signed by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Mohammed bin Saeed Saidi, Minister of Legal Affairs and Chairman of Board of Directors of the Omani Charitable Organization, shall lead the Sultanate's delegation to the 4th Donors Conference to support humanitarian situation in Syria, due to be held in London on Thursday. The Sultanate had participated in the previous 3 international conferences, which were hosted by the State of Kuwait and during which Omani humanitarian aids were presented to contribute in reducing suffering of the Syrian refugees in neighboring countries. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. The students of Sohar University innovated a system that uses the solar energy to pump water from the wells to the farms. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Reviewing a number of matters of common concern and exchanging points of view on various military and security fields in the region topped the discussions of Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, when he received Lieutenant General Thomas B. Kib, Special Advisor to the British Ministry of Defense for Middle East Affairs. A number of issues that concern the future development of Matra have been discussed in Muscat Municipality Council meeting this morning. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif As-Sarrai,
where it focused on improving Matra citizens' lifestyle and maintaining its cultural and historical identity.
The main aspects are the urban elements. We are trying to keep the originality of Matrah and keep the old heritage houses into its own, with providing better services. You know, there is a lack of so many services in Matrah, such as wastewater. You know, there is a lot of usage of water and also electricity.
The council suggested that some of the governmental lands could be used to establish resorts, parks and landscapes, as well as it recommended the private institutions such as malls and hotels to establish small parks in the nearby living areas.
The component of the project having several aspects, I would focus into the environmental aspect in the project. The proposals contained looking for the possibilities of using, for example, solar energy or solar panels within the development of this project, and looking to increase the green areas.
It also discussed Wadi al-Kabir citizens' suggestion about keeping the industrial area, as well as to develop handcraft sector in the Sultanate. Matrah was the center point of today's meeting in order to develop it, because it is considered as one of the best touristic attractions in the Sultanate. Sultan bin Saif al-Sarai, Muscat.
Petroleum Development Oman held a ceremony for the graduation of 195 students after they passed welding programs from the 6th generation graduates, passed training and qualification programs, and underwent theoretical and practical training. The 6th generation program is considered the latest approved international technology in the welding field, which is planned to enrich labor market with graduates in various institutions in both sectors. The graduation ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Hamad al-Rumhi, Minister of Oil and Gas. 77% of Omani children are addicted to using electronic devices. That was stressed by a study done by a voluntary Omani team on a number of families in the Sultanate. The study indicated that the average daily usage of electronic devices by children reached 3 to 5 hours. This addiction leads to many risks that can be noticed in their daily behaviors, mainly social isolation, shyness, stubbornness, lack of movement and speech, and eventually affecting their educational attainment. The student thus advises parents to use alternative solutions and to watch and encourage kids to practice physical games, to draw and to buy entertaining educational stories, beside providing manual games that boost creative thinking. With the aim of strengthening family tourism and investing touristic and climate diversification in the Sultanate, the Ministry of Tourism continues campaign of Oman Summer Offers. The campaign focuses on tourism market at Gulf Cooperation Council countries through various touristic packages during summer period. The offers include a group of voyages in adventures tourism, forts and castles tourism, and various cultural landmarks in the Sultanate. The latest surveys clarified that the percentage of graduates that are employed reached 47.7% of the total graduates of the academic year 2009-2010 and 2012-2013. The survey that was conducted by the Ministry of Higher Education included more than 18,000 graduates. Most of the graduates that got employment opportunities are specialized in the fields of health, religion and philosophy, as well as those specialized in cultural and social fields. It also pointed out that generally the male graduates are getting more employment opportunities than females, where the male employment percentage reached 76.3% and females percentage reached 33.3%. The Directorate General of Monitoring and Combating Diseases in the Ministry of Health organized a training course for health cadres working in the field of prevention and combating infection on the Sultanate level. More than 50 participants in the related fields from all hospitals and directorates in various governorates, the Sultanate, took part in the training course. It also witnessed a participation from a group of lecturers and specialists in these fields. Seeking to encourage youth to practice equestrian activities, a horse race course was conducted in the Wilaya of Sohar in the Governorate of North Al-Batina. This course enhances equestrian activities in its different fields. The students of the Sohara University and those in charge of the engineering laboratory innovated a system that uses the solar energy to pump water from the wells to the farms. It works according to specific calculations programmed in the system. It uses a method to convert solar energy to electric energy so as to activate water pump to distribute water to the farms. In the villages of Wilaya of Ja'lan Bani Bu Ali in the governorate of South Sharqiya, squid fishing season is considered a good income source for the citizens. Fishermen use various methods to catch squid as they welcomed this season as it is considered one of the most important fisheries wealth in the Sultanate. Now for the general weather forecast. Generally clear skies will prevail over the northern governorates with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning on the governorates of Buraymi and Al-Dhahira. Winds will be northerly to northeasterly light to moderate on the coastal areas of Sea of Oman, becoming southwesterly light to moderate at night. Along the rest of the Sultanate, it will be southwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be rough along the coast overlooking the governorate of Dhofar with a maximum wave height of 3 meters, while it will be slight along the rest of the coast with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Greetings of His Majesty the King of Thailand to His Majesty the Sultan are conveyed by His Excellency the Thai Deputy Prime Minister. His Excellency the United Nations Secretary General values efforts of His Majesty the Sultan in prevailing of peace and stability in the region and adopting dialogue as means of resolving disputes. And Matrah Integrated Infrastructure Project and preservation of its historical and cultural identity top the Municipal Council meeting of the Governorate of Muscat. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.